Hi y'all, it's Andrea over at Sewspire.com, and today I am here to show you how to sew these sweet fabric trays. This was my original prototype, and for this one I used the cork on the handles. That was very simple as the cork doesn't need to be finished on the edges. And then I just attached that to the outer panels and then came in with a light colored crayon, believe it or not, and covered up those threads on the end. You can see this is a generous sized bin here, finished. It measures approximately 13 by 8 inches, and I have a big stack of fabric in there that I need to sew up this coming week. Here is the one that we're going to sew together, and that is crafted from some really fun fabric that I found at the Hobby Lobby. And for the one we're going to make together, I used fabric handles for that. And that's what that looks like. So shall we get started? Okay, so for this project, all of the pattern measurements are down in the notes. We're going to begin with the exterior, which is crafted from quilt weight cotton and lined with Pellon 926. And for that, you're going to have a base panel which measures 9 by 14, and then 2 side panels which are 5 by 14. And you're going to position those side panels right sides facing on top of that base panel, and then in each corner you're going to mark up a 1/2 inch, and you're just going to stitch from the mark to the mark. So you're going to leave a little 1/2 inch opening at each corner, and then that will create the sides and the base of this project. Go ahead and press those seams flat, and then for the short side panels you're going to be working with the quilt weight cotton and the 926 Pellon, and those measure 5 by 9. And you're going to attach straps to those. For my prototype, I attached cut cork. Vinyl leather would also work. For this one, I'm going to use a fabric strap, and that strap measures 9 inches long by 5 inches wide, and I crafted that with just a smidgen of Pellon 910 in the center there for some added stability. And for these straps, as you know, I press that in half long ways, open that up, and bring those outer edges inward towards the center, and then fold that over one more time, stitch down the open edge and the opposite edge to finish. And I'm going to do the same thing for the second short side panel. I have that strap already made, and I'm just going to center that on the panel. Then I'm bringing back over the trifold panel with the long sides, and I'm going to take those short sides with the handles attached, and I'm going to position those centered on the bottom and the top of that trifold panel. And then I'm going to mark right where that seam is that's underneath, and that should be approximately a 1/2 inch. And again, I'm going to stitch mark to mark or seam to seam to attach those short side panels. And then at this point you have something that looks like this, and now all you have to do is join up those sides, align the tops, and stitch from the top to the corner or the base there on all 4 corners. Now you can definitely see your tray starting to take shape here. So this is the exterior, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that right side out, and then I want to take that top edge and fold that over a 1/2 inch, And then the interior is crafted in the exact same way, less the Pellon and less the handles. So you just take that interior and you fold that edge over a 1/2 inch, and then you fit that right inside of the exterior. I begin on the short sides, aligning those corners, and then I work my way around. And then once you're happy with how everything is positioned, you just remove your machine deck, position that up on the machine deck, and stitch all the way around that top edge. And it's done. It's really cute. I can't decide which one I like better. They both have two totally different looks, but are certainly very useful. I could use about a dozen of these right here in the studio to sort all of my fabric and supplies. So I hope you enjoyed this project. It was a super short, simple sewing project that can add a lot of function to your creative space. I'd love to know how you're going to use yours. If you leave a comment down below, that would be awesome. And you never know what kind of inspiration it might strike in a fellow creative genius. So I will be back next week with another inspired sewing project. Until then, as always, please know the creative genius in me will be celebrating the creative genius in you. Have a beautiful week, everyone.